What if your best chapter hasn't happened yet? I'm Michele Thill with Newland Wellness, and this is for the women who are over 50, who are past the heartbreak and shock of a divorce, and now looking at the next steps. And I've come on today and in your feed to give you some hope, especially if you're in a place where you just feel so uncertain and things kind of feel hopeless in a way. You're trying to figure out what life is asking of you at this stage, and you're wondering maybe even why you're in this situation. I know I did. When my ex left 10 years ago, I never expected that. I thought we would always be together. We were together for so long, and as our kids were now in their 20s, I thought this was going to be a time for us to rediscover ourselves as a couple. And instead, it was a time for me to rediscover myself and learn to fly and enjoy the ride. And that's what I am encouraging you to do as well, to enjoy the ride of figuring things out. I have been talking with you about creating the new normal, about in that in-between period of no longer and not yet. And today, let's talk about the thoughts of starting over, reinventing yourself, of becoming, and all of that can feel very overwhelming, can it not? But you're not really starting over. You're continuing on with the experience and the wisdom that you've gained from all your life experiences that have led up to this point. And you are now stepping into a place, maybe some like to think of it as a reinvention. Maybe some like to think of it as a rediscovery of who you are now at this time. And it's okay to not know and to be unsure and to take it one gentle step at a time. Our lives prior to this were kind of figured out for us. I talked about that before. You know, you're going to go to school, you're going to go to college, you're going to get married, you're going to have a family. Things have been figured out for you, and now's the time for you to figure out the what's next. To go from now what to what now to what if, to open up to the possibilities. That's where I'm here to guide you. Yes, I get where you are right now is not ideal for you. But I'm not looking to meet you right there and stay there. I'm looking to meet you there and say, come join me, because guess what? I want to take you into what could be. And in applying yourself, baby steps, gently and very easily, what will be. It's not too late. You're not too old. You have this time now to focus on you. And I get it. We're not used to that. We're used to putting our attention on everyone else. But now our ex is no longer in the picture, and our kids are grown, and our parents may not need us, or they've already passed, as mine have. And it's like, okay, the focus really is on me. And what am I doing now? And it's about figuring it out, taking it one step, one day, one breadcrumb at a time. It's learning what lights you up, figuring it out by actually thinking about it and going out and trying different things to see what would bring that spark to you. It's living life without that guilt that the focus is on you. It's essential that the focus is on you now, because this is a time where you can really go from surviving to thriving and enjoying life in a whole different way. And it's about creating a life now on your own terms. Think about that. You might do something as simple as start each day with, what do I need today? As simple as that. What do I need today? What would that be for you? What would you love to do? And that's the other focus, on love and what lights you up. Gone are the times where we had all those obligations that we had to fulfill in the roles that we held, where you were just getting through your day kind of on autopilot. You know, this is what I have to do today, my to-do list. And you're never on that list, right? And now the list starts out with you. And what do you need today? What would bring you some joy? Because the more you are in joy, the more you boost your immune system, the more you sleep better, the more you're compassionate and kind towards others as well as yourself, the more fun you are, the more people want to even be around you. But it's not that you have to just be a social butterfly either. This is a time where you can be in a cocoon, transforming yourself. Now that's another word that can sound exciting or scary. It all depends on your perspective. And I'd like you to find it exciting, because this is the point where you're like in this personal growth and self-awareness phase where you're digging in and rediscovering yourself now at this time in your life and what you want to do with that time. You could be someone that wants to tap back into something you did when you were younger. It could be that you were an artist and now you'd like to tap back into that because you have the time to do that. Or you're someone who loves to garden and you might find that you want to maybe get a job, be it full-time or part-time, at a gardening center. Or you might be someone who wants to start your own garden or work and volunteer at one of those community gardens. Or it could be that you always liked writing and now you have the time, not that you're going to create that best-selling book, but to journal and soul search and dig in deeper to what and who you are at this time in your life, that rediscovering of you. And again, it doesn't have to be something that is so profound. It is in the little things that may or may not turn into something huge. I really enjoyed when my marriage ended. I had been a leader at Weight Watchers. And what I really loved, what really lit me up about being a leader wasn't so much about what people lost on the journey, the weight loss. What it was is what they gained on the journey. How I saw them feel more confident, more empowered, healthier, happier, thriving more in life. That's what lit me up. And that's what made me decide that I wanted to go into coaching, and I became a board certified health and wellness coach, and I also am certified as a functional medicine health coach. And then I added my life experience of having been through a divorce and even empty nesting and job loss. And think about that. This can apply to someone who is empty nesting. This can apply to someone who has no longer has that role that defined them, that career or that job. And it could even be someone who's experienced a loss of a partner. You're in a life transition where you're figuring out, where is life taking you now? And for me, I realized I would not be on this journey in my own business if I were still married. I feel I would have continued to just hold a job and play second fiddle to my ex, because that was the role that we had. He was the breadwinner, I was the stay-at-home mom, and I was then getting back into the workforce. That's one of the reasons I come to you from my kitchen, because so many people that I know or hear about have come from the corporate world and decided to move into the coaching world. I went from homemaker to business owner. And so I'm in my kitchen with you, like we're just sitting at my island having a conversation and moving in the direction of doing what I really love, which is helping you empower yourself and rediscover yourself. And for someone else, it might just be enjoying the grandkids and enjoying life around the grandkids and tapping into maybe something you did when you were younger that you thought, oh, I don't have time for it anymore. You know, we've spent years working. Now it's time for us to get back to playing more. So here's some affirmations that I want to share with you for this in-between season as you're figuring things out. What I like about affirmations is they give me hope. They inspire me. And that's what I look to have them do for you. So one could be, I honor where I am even when I don't have all the answers. Because you're not going to. Like I said, this part of your life hasn't been figured out like your past life. This is a time for you to figure it out and honor that time as you do so. Another one is, my purpose doesn't need to be loud to be meaningful. Another one is, I give myself permission to rediscover what lights me up. Think about that. What lights you up? This season is not a pause, it's a becoming. You're not at a standstill or a roadblock. You're figuring out your next steps. And the last one is, even in the unknown, I am supported and guided. I love that one. You are supported and guided. You aren't walking this path alone, though you might feel like you are. There is a support system that's there for you in a hippy-dippy way in the universe. You may find your support system is used to who you've been or sees who you are now. And they're there to support you in this time. And I'm here to support you into what could be and the possibilities of where you could end up going. And I do believe, though it sounds hippy-dippy, in the universe and having guides with us and even angels that are with us on this journey. Now, if that makes you feel good to believe in that, then come join me on that journey. If it doesn't, then do what feels good for you. But I am here for you as you move through this time of becoming, during this time of rediscovering now where you want to take your life at this time. And I do believe that we can make this second half of life the best half of life. Even if your first half was awesome, what can you now create on your own terms, on the time you have, and with the focus now being on you? Some journal prompts that might benefit you for this time of rediscovery. One is, what's something I used to love to do that I've lost touch with? Again, could it be art? Could it be dance? Could it be writing? Could it be photography? What could it be that you could now bring back and enjoy and experiment with? Another one is, what if this uncertain space is actually where I reconnect with my truth, align with my core values and my soul, and what really now is all about me instead of all about everyone else? And the last one is, what if I didn't have to be good at, what if I didn't have to be good at something? What is something that I would love to try? You know, we fear failure. And I've learned over time that there is no failure. It's learning. It's learning what works and learning what doesn't work. But as women, we especially are afraid of failing. We want things to be perfect. And there is no perfection. There's brilliance in the imperfection of our life. So what if you took the pressure off that you had to be good or perfect at something, and you just moved forward and figured things out? Again, one day, one step, one breadcrumb at a time. You never know where it might lead you. And I'm here for you on this journey. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if I resonate with you, I would love for you to like, subscribe, and follow for more. And if you know of someone who could benefit from what I have to share, please share this with her. And let's make this journey together one that's strong, one that is women rising during this time, whatever that may look like for you. Until next time, be well.